And welcome to the Sport Wrap Show. I'm your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. Well, we have a lot of sports to be talking about. As we all do know, the Brave Gladiators lost against South Africa in a closely contested game, but that will be following up later in the show. As for now, let's get into the hit list. Well, the Namibia Amateur Golf Ladies hosted an event over the weekend on Friday last week where they were raising funds for their trip to Morocco. They'll be participating in a ladies only golf competition that is scheduled for later in November. So please do stay tuned as we do catch up with these ladies and they tell us more about this event. Okay, cool. Ladies, please introduce yourselves.
Delane Holzhausen.
Marianne Boltman.
Rwanda de Beer.
Dina Holzhausen.
Okay, please tell us a bit about the event that we just had here and where you guys are going and how excited you are.
We just had a fundraiser for the Namibia Amateurs Ladies Golf team to go to Agadir in Morocco to compete in the All Africa Challenge Trophy, which has 18 African teams competing, so we are very excited.
Okay, speaking of excitement, please tell us how you feel and how much you're looking forward to this trip.
Stressed, but still amazed. It's amazing and very, very, very excited to go there.
Cool. Speaking of preparations, how are we getting ready and how excited are we for this one?
Oh yes, we're very excited. I think we are all practicing and we're just going to give our best.
Okay.
Everybody.
Dina, the fundraising went well. I'm sure you're very happy about that.
Fundraising went well. We've got a lot of gratitude to the people that participated. Great team going. We will definitely give our best for Namibia.
Lovely stuff. Okay, well, and just let us know how excited are you for this one?
For the tournament, extremely excited. For what came out today, I cannot tell you how excited we are. I cannot tell you how blessed we are with what we have and what we're going to do in Agadir.
Okay, well, ladies, you guys should enjoy it and good luck in Morocco.
Thank you so much.
Very, very excited for these ladies that will be traveling all the way to Morocco to represent Namibia. Well, moving on to our next story. I'm sure everyone has this date on their calendar. The 7th of December is said to be a night of, what should we call it? Should we say a night of fireworks as Ninja is prepared to take on former world champion Harry Simon. We do have a press conference that took place earlier. So this is where they just exchange words and they talk about the fight that is scheduled for the 7th of December. So please do stay tuned for that.
So I grew up in a country where box is made. Me myself, I'm also a trainer. It's only that the time has not catch up with me in the past because I was behind bar. So this is when now you are going to see who I am when it comes to sport. So I know I have dropped and I'm standing against crime now. So, but when it comes to sport, I want the national to understand the message is not me to come and promote violence in the country. This initiative that we brought up here is for us to send a message there to the youth. Do you know that how many kids are there that they are keep staying in the street but they have talent? Talent is not something that God make you, but He don't write a talent on your back or on top of your hand. You are a football. You have a talent of football or something. You have to search it. It's with yourself. You have to search in my body. What did God give me? So we are here to give a message to our youth outside there. They must stop committing crimes. Crime does not pay. They should come up with something. Some of them, they are fighting to take themselves to place like a Nankol where they can learn skills and something. Maybe this will be a call for them to say, no, if that a ninja who is over 50 can go and box with a champion, why can I not go to box and learn something? It may make a good call for them to come out of the darkness where they are committing crimes. This is the message about that. So to your answer that you need from me, if I have ever boxed, yes. When you talk about kickboxer, mixed martial art, you are also a boxer. Yeah. And that's why I'm here to tell my brother that this is a time he meet his corrida.
I'm not actually retired from boxing. I did not announce my retirement yet. People keep saying retire, retire. But I did not, you have never heard me saying I retire now. I did not announce. But at the moment, I'm doing exhibitions. If there's a big fight coming out there, and I'm called out, I will go. If I'm fit, if I'm ready to fight, I will do it. If I'm not ready to fight, I'm not going to do it. But for this exhibition, that's why I said, I'm happy this thing is postponed. I have enough time to train so that I can show you how good, how dangerous I am in the ring.
If I may add before you continue. Thank you. Just to add that we recently signed a letter of intent with an American former world champion, still to be announced who it would be, to do an exhibition with Harry Simon, probably to host it in Namibia or elsewhere in the world, just to showcase and to still keep the title that he's the longest undefeated boxer in the world with 30 years and plus. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, just introduce.
You just mentioned that you're finally going to meet your match. Obviously, it's an exhibition and it's going to count, but what is your reply to that? Are you ready for it?
100%, yes, I'm going to meet my match. Yeah. And I'm happy he said it. And he's going to answer it in the ring. Thank you.
Well, I think we are all very excited and looking forward to that fight. Well, Spotlight is coming up next, but we'll be going for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the Brave Gladiators in the South Africa match that took part in South Africa for the COSAFA Women's Championship. So please do stay tuned.
Today we are going to learn how to bake.
Welcome, everyone.
Things may not always go as planned, but our technology doesn't fail. Join Paratus today. Paratus, always prepared.
Championship for the game between South Africa and Namibia. We are now joined by Namibia coach Nicholas Jacobs. Coach, hard luck. Thoughts about today's game?
Yeah, thank you so much. Nice and soaky wet. Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Very good match in my opinion. I think South Africa really neutralized us, the threat that we could pose, and I think we succumbed to that. Not to take anything away from my girls, that I think at the end of the day fought a brave fight. But at the end it was not to be. We hit the post, and from there on a counter attack we conceded a goal from that corner kick, and that led to their goal. But I think on the balance of play, for me a draw would have been suffice, but I also would say that South Africa edged us in many departments. They were winning all the duels and controlled matters better than us. So congratulations to them in the fact that they could manage that. But take nothing away from the fact that still our girls and our ladies fought a very brave fight. We are known as the brave gladiators, so I need to give them credit for the way they fought.
It's not over yet. What should we expect from Namibia in the next 2 games?
Well, the format of the competition makes it in such a way that, especially with the teams, with the 4 teams, the last 2 games is actually, or the last game is not taken into account. If I read well, so it makes it difficult. I think a draw would have been good because we could slug it out for the top position. Today, Eswatini beat Seychelles 6-0, and they are leading the log now in the group. So it's a tough ask. They'll be buoyant. They'll be confident of edging us. So it's us to go back and put this defeat behind us, and go out and fight and see what Lady Luck brings. Because at the end of the day, it's about that. And then we also have to have an eye on the other groups. But I always don't want to do that. That mathematics I last did in high school. I don't want to do that mathematics now.
As I open questions from the floor, please tell us the media house that you are representing and your full names. Show by raising a hand if you have questions for the coach.
Good afternoon, evening. Good evening, Coach. Hard luck today. I have 2 questions for you, just to speak about the partnership between Irene and Senata. You know, it was so good. I mean, even like the upright denying them in the first half as well, we saw how well they were combining. How big of an influence is your captain? And just that, you know, how much can we expect to see from them? And the last one, after the first match, like you mentioned, there's been a lot of goals. It's going to be a matter of scoring a lot of goals. Are you now under pressure to say we're going to win, we're going to need to win and win by margins?
Absolutely. No, Zanata and Yvonne and the rest of the team has been coming on for quite a long time. Hence, we brought them here because we want to see maybe the final stage where they can perform and win something. Today, we came up against a very resolute, determined, young, youthful, full of energy and exuberance of a South African team. And I said it before the game, it doesn't matter who puts on a South African jersey. It's always going to be a daunting task. And we came up short. So yeah, we know what Yvonne and Sanata can do, and there's others in the team that I think has come in leaps and bounds and really done well for the country, especially in women football. They really put women football on the map. But today we have to swallow a bitter pill that even with our best, we could not get the better of a South African team that was just all over the pitch. And I like the fact that they really had a go at us and they never allowed us space, because I think the coach knows, or themselves know, because maybe they've been coming along for a long time, that what if Namibia is allowed to play, what they can do. And I think they kudos to them for the fact that the game plan was spot on. They really closed us down and never gave us the space. Apart from the post that we hit the post, I don't really think that we created anything meaningful to hurt them. But I hoped and prayed for a draw, but it was not for us. The slippery surface also didn't give us a lot, and we have to accept that. And we also need to be aware that we are playing on this surface, and if rain is forecasted for the other days, then we're in for it, and we need to be ready for that. So I'm really pleased with the way that they after the first half, I think we improved. We improved greatly, especially defensively. We kept South Africa at bay. That was looking dangerous at times, especially on the right flank. They really did well, and they caused us a lot of problems. And towards the end, we considered that goal, and it's one that we have to take. We cannot throw our toys now and say no, we don't play anymore. We have to look at the other teams in the group, and I saw Seychelles today, so we know what to expect. But also, that expectation of scoring more is always going to be a detrimental, has a detrimental effect on the team, and we not be able to. Sometimes you don't get what you aim to do. We just want to go out and then play. It doesn't matter the score line, or we want to win football matches, and that's what we aim to do. And whatever happens, it's all in God's hands, and it's not for us to decide. Today was for us to decide, and we have to give credit to South Africa for the way they played. And I'm saying, lastly, that South Africa, the future of South African football looks good. If you can put a team like that here at this stage and still have a team going to try and beat the Lionesses of England, then the future looks good. I wish we can also have that.
Do you have any questions for the coach?
I just have one thing, that the cameraman must support all of us and not just South Africa. Because he said our coach and he didn't say the other coach. So let's support each other, yeah. But thank you so much.
I think he'll do that next time, but he
very gutted with the result. I mean, the defending champions beat us 1-0, but that game was very, very close and it could have gone either way. So we are really still proud of Namibia that are still yet to play against Eswatini and debutant Seychelles. I'm sure those two games, we will have them in the bag, but we look forward to a stronger competition. We'll be staying in the same segment with focusing on wrestling right after the break.
Neo Paints is proud to call Namibia home. For more than 70 years, Neo Paints has been inspired by this country's natural colors and beauty. To produce the wide variety of trusted quality paints we have become known for. Proudly Namibian by nature, Neo Paints has over the years involved itself in several key projects across the nation, bringing lasting beauty, premium paints to liven up both indoor and outdoor environments. As durable as the Namib Desert, Neo Paints has stood the test of time through all weather conditions, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts and the minds of all Namibians. Neo Paints Namibia, a coat of excellence.
Secretary General of the Namibian Wrestling Federation, Anke Erasmus, is currently in Albania as she is on a workshop with the United World Wrestling on about how to host events of big magnitude. This is basically just to make sure that Namibia also reaps the benefits from this type of workshops, and she is the only representative from the African countries that is there at the event. But here she has more to say as she is currently at the event, and she tells us how much of an experience it is. So please stay tuned for the video.
Hello everybody, I'm currently at the World Championships in Tirana where we did an event organization workshop. The workshop went very well, it ended yesterday and we are at the championships event today looking at how to apply the things practically in a real live and time setting. So it's been a lot of new information. I'm looking forward to bring all the information back to Namibia and enjoy wrestling in Namibia and see it grow as a sport. Thank you.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
Okay, so we do know that Enjoy has been involved in a lot of events where Carly, who is the director of Enjoy, sponsored the hockey team with some clothing that they can be wearing for their training camps. This is also going to happen in Croatia, as they'll be taking part in the in the Indoor Hockey World Cup. So we have sponsored them with a few kits, and we have branded them Sportsrem and Enjoy as well. So that look looks very nice and fantastic. We like the finish off. So before we do get to Ari, we'll be taking a look at that interview between me and Carly. So please do stay tuned for that, as it will be coming right after the break. Okay, well, guys, you are joined, of course, by Brian Munango, Sportsrem team leader, and I'm joined by Carly, who's just going to give us a bit more information on a wonderful announcement that we do have for you guys today. I'm just going to say my brand is on it, Sportsrem is on it, and I'm very, very happy about this. But please just tell us what we have going on today.
Could you please show my lovely logo, Enjoy's logo? Okay, guys, so we are here today. We are handing over these shirts to the Namibian Hockey Union teams that are headed to Croatia in February. So the idea behind Enjoy being a sponsor for this is that we are a proudly Namibian company, and we take immense pleasure in celebrating local talent and being part of something where we can celebrate Namibia on a more global stage. So next year in 2025 February, the Namibian Hockey Union will be representing Namibia at the Indoor World Cup, and we are very excited about being a sponsor for them, because the idea is to create brand awareness for Enjoy so that our name can become synonymous with pride and passion for Namibia.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. That is from the UEFA Champions League that continue. That is still round robin games, group phase games, and it is AC Milan played at home against Club Brugge, and they beat Club Brugge by 3-1, and the 2 goals from Tijani Reinders, that was in the 61st and 71st minute for AC Milan. Then also Arsenal, they played against Shakhtar, and a tough game for Arsenal, but they did win in the end. It was thanks to an own goal by Dimitri Risnek, and it was Arsenal winning at home by 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Then it was Aston Villa, they played at home, they beat Bologna by 2-0. And then also Real Madrid, they played at home, they played against Borussia Dortmund, and it was 2-0 early on for Borussia Dortmund, but it was Real Madrid that came back strongly. They won by 5-2 in the end. Vinicius Junior, that scored in the 62nd, the 86th and the 93rd minute for Real Madrid, and that game was played at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, and there were 75,000 spectators at that game. Also, more soccer news is that there's still speculation that Manchester United might change their coach. It is Manchester United with a difficult season. Erik ten Hag, their coach, that is under big pressure. So there's speculation that one of the contenders that might take over from him, if he is indeed sacked somewhere, is Xavi Hernandez. And Xavi Hernandez is a former Barcelona coach, and there's speculation that he might be in talks with Manchester United if Erik ten Hag do not continue this season as coach. On to cricket news, and it is cricket news from Australia. It is David Warner that retired in January, but there's speculation that David Warner might come out of retirement to play for Australia in their 5-test series against India that starts in November. That will be tests played in Australia. It will be from November to January. It is Cameron Green that is injured for Australia, and it might be that Steve Smith, their captain, bat lower down at number 4. That means that they need another opener, and it is David Warner that might be included in the team to be the opener with Usman Khawaja. And to close off today's international sports news, it is rugby news. Coach Rassie Erasmus announced the Springbok touring team that is for 3 test matches in November. That is in Europe. They will play against Scotland, England and Wales. And it is RG Snyman, the big lock. He plays currently for Leicester. He's included and he's one of 4 World Cup winners that's coming back from injury. The other 3 that will also be on tour will be Damian Willemse, also Franco Mostert and also Andre Esterhuizen. That is the international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.